Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Viraj and today we guys are going to discuss a function. In this topic, we are going to cover default parameter, call by value, call by reference. In default value, we don't pass any argument to the function and still it works. Means we define the function with the parameter which has some value. So when we are calling it, we don't need to pass any argument. We can see the example like def student details name comma course. Course is a default parameter which is holding a Python as a value, and in it is printing just name and course. We can see that student details viraj. Here I am not passing a course. Still the function will work and it will return viraj and Python. The reason is it is having a default parameter which is a Python. Student details Ravi Java. This time it will print a name as a Ravi and course as a Java. It will not going to take a default course which is a Python. This only works when there is no value for course. It always works in a sequence. So first value will point to the name and second will be pointing to the course. Call by value in a function. In Python, everything is an object. Even whenever we are passing the object or a value. Let's see call by value in detail. I am having a function named test which is accepting num. In function body, I am initializing num as 100 and printing a num, which means it will print 100 as soon as I am calling it. Num equal to 5, test num. So what we are doing over here, we are passing a 5. So num is nothing but 5. So we can simply say that test 5. So function will get called, but internally it will have a num as 100. And lastly, we will get a value of a num is 100. So we will get two outputs, two print statement, one for 100 and one for value of a num is 5. We will see this particular topic in detail when we write a code. Call by reference. So whenever we are using call by reference, if we change the value in a function body, it should affect to the original value. Let's see. I am having again a function named test nums dot append 200. Means here we are expecting a list and the list will have one more element which is going to be 200. This is quite similar like a call by value. The change over here we are passing a list which is mutable. So I am having a list which is a 50, 100, 150, which we are passing test nums. Internally, this list will get updated as soon as the function get called. So list will become 50, 100, 150 and 200. And lastly, value of nums is again 50, 100, 150, 200. So this kind of change is called as a call by reference. Let's see this programmatically. Default value def student details name comma course equal to Python, print name comma course. This is a definition. In the student details, we are having a name and course. Course is a default parameter or default value. Student details, I can pass viraj and I can run this. And I can see that viraj and Python. Student details and I can pass Ravi, comma, Java and it will print Ravi and Java. This time it is not taking Python. For example, if I'm not passing anything, it will throw an error for a name. because we need to pass some value to the name, because name is not a default parameterized. So this is how we have to write it. Then call by value. Def test, we have taken a num equal to 100, print num equal to 5, test num. Value of num is the way or let me just define this first. Let me just define this and let me write it over here. So guys, what will happen? Even let me copy paste this. Num. Right now the num is 5. Right now the num is 5. Even let me just call the test num. Now this time it will print a 100. And now if I'm just writing value of a num is still 5. It is still 5. So we can see that in input number 5 we have defined a one function which is test, which is accepting a num as a parameter. We are setting on a next line num as 100 and printing a num. Means whenever somebody call this, it will pass some argument, one argument, and it will print just an 100. So num equal to 5, num is 5, test is nothing but the 5. Test num is internally represented to the 5, but it will not going to have any effect, and that's why it will print 100. Value of num is 5 because it is outside the function. Then call by a reference. This time if any attribute or any variable which is changed in a function body, it should change the original as well. Let's see. Def test, this time I am taking a nums dot append 200, print nums. Then I am going to define a nums equal to 50, 100, 150, then test nums. We can see that 50, 100, 150, and again if I'm writing a print value of nums is, and I can write a nums 50, 100, 150 and 200. In a call by reference, what happens? Any value you change in a function body, automatically it will change the original variable. So this is about a default value call by reference. See you guys in a next video.